Our training camp tours continue today with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Our Bryant McFadden has been out there all day. Talked to Aaron Rodgers. Evan Washburn out there as well. Evan anchoring our coverage.
Here in lovely Latrobe, Pennsylvania, wrapping up a practice with the Pittsburgh Steelers. You get lucky sometimes. You get a padded practice here with the Steelers. You get backs on backers, 7 shots. Today was a little bit lighter, just in shells, but still a chance, B-Mac, to see what this team is building. As a guy who lived it on that field, what struck you?
Or just the efficiency in which practice was ran. No wasted moments on the grass. You know, moving from drill to drill, taking advantage of the opportunities of being in these reps. That's something that I really, I love seeing, because when I look at some of the historical moments here in Latrobe in terms of creating a championship-like foundation, no wasted moments on the grass. And getting the mental reps as well. You know, when you're not in a rep, being able to get a mental rep so you can understand what you need to do. And then lastly, I think the energy.
Yeah.
We had opportunity to talk to quite a few guys, and everyone echoed the energy in terms of how high the morale has been. And just being able to see that on the grass was a really pleasant thing to see.
Yeah, I want to start there. We spoke with T.J. Watt, Mike Tomlin, Aaron Rodgers, but you have to start with the head man. And you played under him. You've known him for so many years. I've been able to cover him for a number of years. He's always going to bring it in these settings, but there was clearly a different vibe and mood, a smile that he could not get off his face when we talked about some of the new pieces with this team. And I think he's always juiced to be out here, but it's clear that Mike Tomlin has a different energy and appreciation for what he has the opportunity to do in terms of leading a team that is littered with not just all pros and Pro Bowlers, but future Hall of Famers.
Yeah, and the thing he echoed, during that one-on-one, he said, B-Mac, remember getting ready to talk to you, Evan, he said, B-Mac, we got a lot of toys.
Yeah.
Right? That's the first thing he said. We have a lot of toys. And if you want to have fun in any element, you need to have toys to have fun with. And clearly he's hyped about the new added talent they've been able to add, not just through free agency or via trade, but also through the draft. And that's why I feel like he's extremely hyped about this season and the potential in which it could be. Because if you look at some of the past Steeler teams in terms of talent, there's always been a question, right, with that said talent, especially in postseason play. And clearly there haven't been postseason success in quite some time, and a lot of that played to not having the needed toys that you need to have fun in the postseason play. So right now his morale is at an all-time high because he loves the additions they've made, and his mindset is that, number one, stay healthy. A clean bill of health is always needed, but when you get into that December, January football, being able to showcase those toys is much needed for them to have postseason success. Most importantly, get into the postseason.
Let's wrap on the biggest question surrounding this team, and you had the opportunity for an extended period of time to talk to Aaron Rodgers. And what struck me, eavesdropping on that conversation, was just his understanding of the history here, the history of the game, and the opportunity to be a part of maybe a next chapter when it comes to the Steelers' history. You guys covered a wide range of topics. What do you think is most important for people to know about the mindset Aaron's bringing to the Pittsburgh offense and team this year?
The mindset is a guy who really wanted to be a part of a potentially good team. And I had a conversation with Mike Tomlin, during practice, and he said when they were negotiating, Aaron told him this is what he would like. Just enough to cover his necessities. Right.
Yeah.
And you look at the contract, it wasn't a situation where he kind of broke the bank. It wasn't a situation where he got a really, really good deal. It was a deal that surprised all of us because it wasn't like it was a $20+ million deal or $30+ million deal, whatever close market is to quarterback value. Aaron really wanted to be here. So that's the first thing that struck out to me, just hearing how happy he is to be a part of this organization, to chase it one more time. And then secondly, just the togetherness that he's displaying.
Yeah.
He shared with us that he's sitting up late in the dorm rooms playing video games with young players. Something he hasn't done in a long, long time. And I can reflect back to my time here. That's what we did. We played cards with one another in 10 of us in a small dorm room with twin beds. We're playing video games. That built the camaraderie. That built the sense of togetherness that is needed. Because the most talented team doesn't always win. It's the team that's most together. And anything you do in a team-related atmosphere, you have to be together. And hearing him talk about that togetherness and just being a part of the guys and, sleeping next to DK Metcalf and their relationship, they're sharing a shower and sharing a bathroom. You have no choice but to be together and really like your teammate. You know what I mean? So I love hearing that, because those are things that we had created here as well. The foundational piece of knowing who I'm working with so we can have that relationship on off the football field that would lead to wins to get a chance to hoist, in the words of Mike Tomlin, the Sticky Lombardi.
Fellow member of the 2000 draft class, BMAC, Aaron Rodgers. I get to
2005.
work with BMAC, and Aaron's going to star out on that field. A lot of work to do to get to week 1, but they're putting it in here in Latrobe.
Fellas, thank you. The Steelers are going to be on CBS week 1, taking on the Jets. September the 7th, we are just a month away from the return to CBS and Paramount+.